Good morning, students. In this video, you will listen about Bhagat Singh and his contribution in the freedom struggle of India. So listen to the video very carefully and then answer the questionnaire that follows.
The man who coined this phrase that became the slogan of India's armed freedom struggle. The man who was not only a freedom fighter but a voracious reader. A legendary revolutionary who died for the country when he was just 23 years and 6 months. But his inspiring actions continued to steer the desire for freedom. Let's know about a legend who marched to gallows with a smile on his face. Born on 28 September 1907 to a Sikh family in the Lailpur district of Punjab province in the British India, present-day Pakistan. He was named as Bhagwanwala, child of God, by his grandmother. He had patriotism in his blood. His father, Kishan Singh, and his two uncles were freedom fighters and were released on the day of his birth. From the young age of 8, he used to talk about growing guns in the fields so that he can fight and drive the British out of the country. When Bhagat Singh was just 12 years old, he bunked school to visit Jallianwala Bagh, a day after the British massacred innocent Indians. He was so moved and shattered that he collected the mud still wet with the blood in a jar and used to salute it every day. Bhagat Singh was a multilingual, fluent in English, Hindi, Urdu, Punjabi and Gurumukhi. He had also studied Sanskrit, Persian and knew a little bit of Bengali. At a very early age, he was attracted towards socialism and socialist revolutions led by Lenin and soon started reading about them. Although born in a Sikh family, he was an atheist. When marriage was proposed, Singh refused, saying, "If I were to marry in slave India, my bride should only be dead." He moved to Kanpur and joined Hindustan Socialist Republican Association and also worked for a newspaper named Pratap. In order to avenge the death of Lala Lajpat Rai, he, along with other revolutionaries, decided to assassinate James Scott, who had ordered lathi charge and personally assaulted Rai. However, in a case of mistaken identity, John Saunders, the assistant superintendent of police, was shot dead. Bhagat Singh managed to escape. Later on, Singh, along with other revolutionaries, exploded a bomb inside the Central Legislative Assembly. The actual intention was to get themselves arrested so that they could use their appearance in the court as a stage to publicize their cause. After their arrest, it was found that he was also guilty of killing Saunders and was sentenced to death. In the jail, he went on a hunger strike for 116 days to protest against the inhuman treatment and inequality between British prisoners and Indian prisoners. Bhagat Singh asked that instead of hanging him, he must be shot dead, but it was not considered by the British. Finally, he was sentenced to be hanged on 24th March 1931. But it was brought forward by 11 hours to 23rd March 1931 at 7 o'clock in the evening. He embraced death with a smile when the prisoners chanted, "Inqilab Zindabad, Inqilab Zindabad, long live the revolution." Bhagat Singh influenced the youths and filled their hearts with the fire of patriotism. Having a leader like him was one of the biggest reasons India got independence.